Hello, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and I have a very tall stack of bookish mail to open with you today. Alright, so I've been out of town for a couple of weeks, and when I got back into town, there was the largest parcel locker available chock full of packages because apparently I shopped too much before I left. I hardly did any online shopping while I was gone, but you know, stuff arrived. So let's do the bookish stuff, and then I'll have a separate video for the crafting stuff. Having said that, some of these books from thrift books might be for crafting, but that's okay. We're going to just dive right in. I've got 2 packages from thrift books. Thrift books allows you to earn points, so you can get a free book every once in a while. So I'm pretty sure one of these is going to be a free book that I'd earn with points. I can already tell this one's going to be a paperback. Yes, this is my free book. This is The Last Enchantment by Mary Stewart. This book's been around for ages. It is book 3 of the Arthurian saga, and I just have never gotten around to reading it, so there we go. Free book, you can't go wrong, right? This next book is one that is part of a series that I read so much when I was in either middle or high school. I want to say middle school, but I can't remember for sure. But this is part of the Sunfire romance series, and it is Gabrielle. So this series would always have the protagonist in the middle and then 2 boys, one on either side. And I remember reading this one because I remember the girl in the yellow dress. I don't remember much of what it's about. I remember it set on a showboat, like a river boat that did shows, you know, like up and down the Mississippi River. And let's just look at she's a tightrope artist. Her father has the showboat on the banks of the Mississippi, and she falls into the arms of handsome young farmer David Wesley. David's mother looks down on showboat people. How rude. And there is another showboat person, the aloof Stephen Dubois. And he does not think much of farmers. So Stephen and David are going to be the 2 boys, and Gabrielle convinces her father to let her accept an invitation kind of begrudgingly given by David's mother to spend a week on their family farm, and she's going to try out farm life and see if it's fit for her or whatever. So as I said, I remember reading this ages and ages and ages and ages ago. We'll see if I reread it and like it or hate it. Because you know what we thought was good in middle school is often different than what we think of as good writing as adults. The last book from thrift books is definitely for crafting. It is called Louisa, Lady in Waiting, The Personal Diaries and Albums of Louisa, Lady in Waiting to Queen Victoria and Queen Alexandra, compiled and edited by Elizabeth Langford. So the cover doesn't look too exciting, but I watched Margaret from Seven Plaza flip through this book, and there's so much in here that you could use for crafting. So, for example, these 2 pages here, lots of vintage photos. Okay, the whole book is full of photos. There are some cartoons, some things that you could use as little ephemera bits, like these signatures here. Oops, hello, stay open. There's an illustration of some birds, some cartoons from the day. Yeah, I don't know what, it's just a lot of really beautiful old photos. Oh, look, here we have some vintage documents, postcards, etc. So it's just a lot of stuff that I can use in my style of junk journaling because I love using the vintage stuff. It is amazing. Let's go to the Book of the Month box next. This is my June box, and you know, on June 1st, it was my first day of summer break, and I thought, I'm filling up that cart. I'm getting 5 books, and I found 5 books that I wanted. So we will start with One Star Romance by Laura Hankin. Natalie and Rob couldn't have less in common. Natalie's a messy artist. and Rob's a rigid academic. The only thing they share is their devotion to their respective best friends who just got engaged. Still unexpected chemistry has Natalie cautiously optimistic about being maid of honor to Rob's best man. Until shortly before the ceremony, Natalie learns that Rob wrote a 1-star review of her new novel. This has them both reeling, Natalie from imposter syndrome and Rob over the reason he needed to write it. When the reception ends, these two opposites hope they'll never meet again, but as they slip from their 20s into their 30s, they're forced together whenever their fast-track best friends are celebrating another milestone. Through housewarmings and christenings, life-changing triumphs and failures, Natalie and Rob grapple with their own choices and with how your harshest critic can become your perfectly imperfect match. After all, sometimes even the truest love stories need a bit of rewriting. The next one is The Rom-Commerce by Catherine Center. She writes adult romance, and this one says, Emma Wheeler desperately longs to be a screenwriter. She spent her life studying, obsessing over, and writing romantic comedies, good ones, that win contests. But she's also been the sole caregiver for a kind-hearted dad who needs full-time help. Now, when she gets a chance to rewrite a script for a famous screenwriter, Charlie Yates, the Charlie Yates, her personal writing god, it's a break too big to pass up. Emma's younger sister steps in for dad duty, and Emma moves to LA for 6 weeks for the writing gig of a lifetime. But what is it they say, don't meet your heroes? Charlie Yates doesn't want to write with anyone, much less a failed nobody screenwriter. Worse, the romantic comedy he's written is so terrible it might actually bring on the apocalypse. Plus, he doesn't even care about the script. It's just a means to get a different one greenlit. And he thinks love is an emotional Ponzi scheme. Wow, what a charmer. But Emma's not going down without a fight. She will stand up for herself and for rom-coms and for love itself. She will convince Charlie that love stories matter, even if she has to kiss him senseless to do it. But what if that kiss is accidentally amazing? What if her life turns out to be so much more real than fiction? What if the love story they're writing breaks all of Emma's rules and comes true? Sounds fun. The next book I got is one that I've actually already read but didn't have a physical copy of. I just listened to an audiobook, and I want a copy of it to go with my other books in the series, and that is Part of Your World, which is the first book in the Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. This is an author who's swiftly becoming one of my favorites. I have now read all 3 books in this series. I don't know if she's going to write more. I need to do more research, but this is so good. This author also is a baker, and she was on Cupcake Wars and stuff, and you can order online from her bakery. It's not cheap, hence why I haven't, because I'm not that big of a frosting fan, and what she sells are cakes and cupcakes and stuff, so I'm probably not going to order anything from her bakery, but you can if you want to. Anyway, this one is about Alexis, who she has kind of a one-night stand with this guy, Daniel Grant, who's a little bit younger than her. He's kind of a small-town guy. He's a carpenter. He's really hot, but she's a doctor, and she's a city girl, and she's like, I think this is just gonna be a one-night thing, but then, like, she's also dealing with some family stuff. I'm going to read a little bit from the synopsis. It says, while her ultra-wealthy parents want her to carry on the family legacy of world-renowned surgeons, Alexis doesn't need glory or fame. She's fine with being a mere ER doctor. And every minute she spends with Daniel in the tight-knit town where he lives, she's discovering just what's really important. Yet letting their relationship become anything more than a short-term fling would mean turning her back on her family and giving up the opportunity to help thousands of people. Bringing Daniel into her world is impossible, and yet she can't just give up the joy she's found with him either. So they have a lot of differences. They live in different places and stuff, but yeah. If you haven't given this author a chance, I highly recommend it. Start with this one, and then read Yours Truly, and then Just for the Summer. They're so good. I think Yours Truly is my favorite, but I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Up next, we have Spitting Gold by Carmela Locus. It's kind of a thinner book, which I don't hate. It is described as an irresistible gothic novel about sisterhood, seances, and sapphic love. So let's read the synopsis. Paris, 1866. When Baroness Sylvie Devereux receives a house call from Charlotte Moth, the sister she disowned, she fears her shady past as a spirit medium has caught up with her. But with their father ill and Charlotte unable to pay his bills, Sylvie is persuaded into one last con. Their marks are the Jacquinots, dysfunctional aristocrats who believe they are haunted by their great-aunt brutally murdered during the French Revolution. The scheme underway, the sisters deploy every trick to terrify the family out of their gold. But when the inexplicable horrors start to happen to them too, the duo question whether they really are at the mercy of a vengeful spirit and what other deep, dark secrets might come to light. Before we get to the last book, I will show you the bookmark. They've changed the style a little bit this time, so we have Book of the Month on the front, and then on the back is usually a quote like this, but instead, they just have it up at the top. It says, "Hold that plot." And finally, we have Stars in Your Eyes by Kaysen Callender. This author has a middle grade book called King and the Dragonflies that I absolutely loved. This one says, Logan Gray is Hollywood's bad boy, a talented but troubled actor who the public loves to hate. Matty Cole is an up-and-coming golden boy, adored by all but plagued by insecurities. When Logan and Matty are cast as leads in a new romantic film, Logan claims that Matt has zero talent, sending the film's publicity into a nosedive. To create positive buzz, the two are persuaded into a fake dating scheme, but as the two actors get to know their new characters, real feelings start to develop. As public scrutiny intensifies and old wounds resurface, the two must fight for their relationship and their love. So there we go. We got a couple of books that would work with Pride Month. We're still in the middle of, by the way, as I'm filming, it's like the 16th of June, I believe. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video because I'll have a lot of stuff planned coming up. But anyway, so we've got those, and we've got some romances, and yeah. So you can see this box comes from owlcrate, but it is much larger than the regular subscription box. So here's what happened. What had happened was, owlcrate was having a big, like, kind of clearance sale, and so I got a bunch of stuff for very little dollars, and I'm not 100% sure I remember what all I ordered, so we're gonna discover it together. I've had a long 2 weeks, you guys, traveling to see my family and stuff. It's just been, ugh. It's been so much fun, but my brain hurts, and also my head physically hurts. I've got a blooming headache right here. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of crinkly stuff to get rid of. Okay, let's take a sneak peek into this box. It is packed with stuff. There's an owlcrate Junior Past box and some other items, and yeah, we just need to dive right in here. So let's start with this. We have a pin. It says, Enamel Archives, author Cindy Lynn, titled Creatures of the In-Between. This is from April of 2023, so this has got to be an owlcrate Junior pin because the regular owlcrate was not doing Enamel Archives. They were doing the Doorway ones last year. No? What was it called? The open books. Doorway was what I suggested that they do this year, but they did the sliding ones. Oh, that's kind of cute. Creatures of the In-Between is what it says on it. We've got this box here. Shadows might want to be dark, but now you can drive them away with a little help from this Holopox-inspired LED illusion light, USB cable included. Design created by Wink and Wonder. Okay, so we've got the wooden stand, which has some cute stars, and there's a cord attached here. And it's got the USB end on it, so you can plug it into your computer or something. And this acrylic piece goes into it. Let's see if there's stuff you have to peel off. Alright, I'll mess around with that later, but there you can see, so it's a flame, and it says, small sparks make big fires. I don't know if I'll keep this here at home or I'll put it in my classroom. I guess I have till August, the end of August, to decide, so we'll put it out here in the house for now and see how I like it. Up next, we have an item that I'm very excited about. This is an Irion C book bow, or book sleeve, not an official book bow, but it is from a past owlcrate Junior box, and Irion C, of course, is the setting for one of my favorite middle grade mystery series. Oh my gosh, it starts with Malamander and then goes on to the rest of the series. I just ordered the 4th book, by the way. It should be coming later this week, and I'm going to read it during Sharkathon, I think. But anyway, look at how cool this is. We've got all the different spots. Seagull's Diner, Erie Book Dispensary. I want to go live in that book dispensary, I can just say. Theater at the End of the Pier, Wreck of the Leviathan, the Grand Nautilus Hotel. Actually, I'll live in the Nautilus Hotel, and then I'll go visit or work at the book dispensary every day. That's what we'll do. And on the back, we've got the Vortis, and there's just all kinds of fun things here. This is awesome. My phone keeps dinging in the other room because I took a bunch of rodeo photos at the Idaho State Finals High School Rodeo, and put them on Facebook for the parents to enjoy, because that's what I do with photos that I take. And somebody's going through and tagging parents and stuff, which is awesome. I love that, because so the parents can find it, but my phone is dinging every time. It's gonna run out of battery. We have a couple of fun pennants. This one is a lovely green. It says, Nevermore Wanimal Institute, Major and Minor United as One. So this is from the Morgan Crow series, or Nevermore series, however you want to call it. And so is the other pennant. This is a purple one, and this is One Sock, Proudfoot House, and Unit 919. So if you don't know what the heck any of this stuff means, go read the Morgan Crow series or Nevermore. It is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of books and series get compared to Harry Potter, and it drives me nuts. But I'm going to tell you there are actual similarities and vibes between that series and Harry Potter. The reason being, we have a young person finding out they're a witch or a wizard or magical in some way, and going to this essentially new world, newfound family, new school, new skill building, new enemies to take on, all that stuff. So in that way, very similar. Okay, highly, highly recommend them. Up next, we've got a pin banner, and it just says owlcrate at the top with some dragons, and we've got bookshelves here. It does come with this. It's kind of slipped off the end of the wooden dowel here, but I can just secure that with some glue, and we'll be good to go. All right, next item. This is a pillowcase, if I remember correctly. All right, so white on this side, and then if I couldn't sleep, I could read. So here's my plan for this one. I have a few camping trips coming up, and this can be my camping pillowcase. Mostly just because it will remind my father how he read to me so much as a kid that now I can't stop reading. It's a fact I like to remind him of Free Willy. Up next, we have a book, so we're going to get out of the plastic. This is Galaxy Jones and the Space Pirates by Brianna McDonald. Galaxy Jones lives on the very, very edge of a star system in an inn run by her dad's. She loves her home and her little family, but tourists have stopped coming, and Lexi's on the verge of losing it all. When the royal family stops at the inn on their way to a neighboring star system, her dads are hopeful they'll bring some good business. But Lexi knows they're bringing nothing but trouble. Trouble in the form of spoiled Prince Weston and his annoying dog, Comet. Turns out that trouble is a whole lot bigger than she anticipated. Weston has stolen something. Even worse, he's stolen it from notorious pirates, followers of Lexi's former idol, the famous pirate Astral Bonnie, who have tracked him straight to Lexi's house. Problem is, Weston has lost the trinket somewhere in deep space, and now the pirates are holding all the adults hostage with the threat of destroying the inn if they can't find what they've come for. Lucky for Weston, Lexi has a plan. In exchange for his help saving the family business, she will use all her skills to help him find whatever it is the pirates are after. With some pluck and a whole lot of luck, she just might pull it off and make an unexpected friend along the way. So this is middle grade. It sounds like a fun adventure. Space pirates. Sounds like a good idea to me. We have a book that I think was in one of their past owlcrate Junior boxes. It is Creature of the In-Between, and it is an owlcrate Junior exclusive edition. Get my little carrot cutter and cut the plastic. This comes with a letter from the author with some cover art here. A signed book plate. And a recipe for monkey bread. Okay, that's cute. owlcrate Junior Magical Monthly Recipe. So this must be something that they started doing since I was a subscriber. I used to subscribe to the Junior box as well, and I don't know, I might again because they always do fun things, but no, control your money. Anyway, monkey bread is, it looks like it's kind of a pull-apart cinnamon sugar kind of thing. All right, let's read what this book is about. Okay. So, Creatures of the In-Between, which is what that pin, the first pin that we saw, that was themed for. Prince Jin is running out of time. He must find a monster companion before his 13th birthday or risk losing the throne completely. But while monsters, powerful dragons, wise Kirin, fierce Payao used to roam the three realms freely, the only monster Jin has ever seen his grandmother's Empress Phoenix is his grandmother's Let's try that sentence again. The only monster Jin has ever seen is his grandmother Empress's phoenix companion. The last place where monsters still live is the legendary Whisper Island, a dangerous, mysterious place that Jin's grandmother forbids him from traveling to. With Jin's birthday so close, he can't wait any longer and sets off secretly to prove his worth. But untold perils await Jin on Whisper Island, and the magical creatures are not so easily swayed. And even as Jin learns to understand the creatures of the in-between, a warning from afar brings news of an even greater threat to the monsters, Whisper Island and Jin's entire homeland. There are 2 other items within the big box, and they're both littler boxes. So it looks like this is a regular monthly subscription box, and then I cannot remember what this one is, because as I said, it was a while ago since I ordered this. The theme card for July 2023's box, Haunted Spaces, and we have the book in the art print, or quote print, Everyone Knows Fall Hollow is Haunted, from the Bellwoods Game by Celia Crampion. And that is the book that we see here as well. This book has kind of a fun hardcover here. Oops, hello. With the eyes. And fall lovely end papers. And let's read what this book is about. Everyone knows Fall Hollow is haunted. It has been ever since Abigail Snook went into the woods many years ago, never to be seen again. Since then, it's tradition for the 6th graders at Beckett Elementary to play the Bellwoods Game, in which 3 kids are chosen to go into the woods on Halloween night. Whoever rings the bell there wins the game and saves the town for another year. But if Abigail's ghost captures all the players first, the spirit is let loose to wreak havoc on Fall Hollow. Or so the story goes. Now that it's Bailey's year to play, she can finally find out what really happens, and legend has it the game's winner gets a wish. Maybe, just maybe, if Bailey wins, she can go back to the way things used to be before her grandma got sick and everyone at school started hating her. But is Abigail's ghost really haunting the Bellwoods? One thing's for sure, something sinister is at play, waiting for them all in the woods. So, here's what I'm thinking as I'm reading this, and this is how you know that I will never be able to separate my teaching from the rest of my life. So since this is specifically about 6th graders, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to read this before the school year starts, and then if it's good, I'm going to pass it off to the 6th grade teacher, and she can book talk it to our 6th graders, and that might be kind of fun. All right, that leaves the bigger box within box, and I love this little carrot cutter. Isn't it cute? Okay, so the theme for this box is Campfire Stories, and it is the June 2022 box. So, yeah, it's been a while since I was a subscriber, because I definitely didn't subscribe during this time. So, spoiler card. Just set that aside. We have, first item, a sticker, and it's for Camp Half-Blood. I have a lot of students who would love to have this sticker. So how it works at my school is I teach 7th and 8th grade, so the kids I had in 7th grade this year will be coming back next year. So I at least know those guys, and I know some of them would like that, so that will go in the free stuff box in my classroom at the beginning of the school year. All this is fun. We have a friendship bracelet kit, Creativity for Kids by Faber-Castell. So where can I use this? Let's see. Oh, I'll take it to the family reunion where my nieces and nephews are going to be. The first one I'm going to, none of them are coming. Sad. But then the second one I'm going to, they're all going to be there, I think. I need to double check on that. But we can make some friendship bracelets together. It feels like there's sunglasses in this cute pouch. Please lie down before putting these on, property of the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. Why do you need to lie down before putting them on? These are cute sunglasses though. So we've got this purple side. This also says property of the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. And then we've got the green side. There's a little owlcrate right there. And then there's these sunglasses. And let's see how they do. How do I look? Yeah, these won't work for me because I have to have prescription sunglasses. Can you tell I've been out in the sun? I've got lovely white spots right here. But, as previously stated, I have lots of students and nieces and nephews that like to get stuff. Alright, this... Okay, so this is a little box that says Camp Red Feather, and it has a zip. goes around it. And it looks like you could like stick a notebook in there or some pens. There's a mesh pocket here, elastic thing here. So that will be fun. I just keep thinking about camping, and then it hit my brain, oh duh, the box is about campfire stories. That's why you keep thinking about camping. I'm a little slow sometimes. Oh, cute. Okay, so this is something you can put into that case. This is a notebook. Holes. There is no lake at Camp Green Lake. Facts. There used to be, but there's not anymore. There's a little theme card for the box after this one, which of course, since this was 2 summers ago, won't really apply to us, but Jump Off the Page was their next theme. And then we have the book 12th by Janet Key. Finding Yourself is a Treasure Worth Seeking. This is a Shakespeare 12th Night retelling. How do I know? Because there was this little card here with this character, Marin Sands, and on the back it says, "Some have greatness thrust upon them," which is a quote from that play. So Marin is the protagonist. Oh my gosh, this is cute. Okay, that's gonna get tucked inside the book. And here we go. This makes me even more excited to read this. Twelfth Night is one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I used to teach it when I taught reading many years ago. 12-year-old Marin is sure theater camp isn't for her. Theater camp is for loud, confident, artsy people like her older sister Hadley, the last person Marin wants to think about, and her cinema-obsessed, non-binary bunkmate Theo. But when a prank goes wrong, Marin gets drawn into the hunt for a diamond ring that, legend has it, is linked to the camp's namesake Charlie Goodman, a promising director in Blacklist era Hollywood. When Marin connects the clues to Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, she and her new friends are off searching through lighting booths, orchestra pits, and costume storages, discovering the trail and dodging camp counselors. But they're not the only ones searching for the ring. With the growing threat of camp closing forever, they're almost out of time. In her compelling debut, Janet Key crafts a heartwarming mystery about finding your people and accepting others as they are. That sounds really fun. So that's going to be it for this haul. Hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.